They call some players talented. They call some players gifted. A few earn the label of great. But only one built a reputation so relentless, so unyielding, that the football world gave him a different name entirely, the mentality monster. Cristiano Ronaldo was never satisfied with good, never comfortable with enough. And in a sport where comfort quietly ends careers, that refusal to settle became his greatest weapon. This is not just the story of goals and trophies. This is a documentary about mindset, the engine behind one of the most driven careers in football history. To understand the mentality, you have to start in Madeira, a small island, far removed from football's grandest stages. Ronaldo didn't grow up surrounded by luxury. He grew up surrounded by limitations. Limited space, limited money, limited opportunity, but limitation can either shrink ambition or sharpen it. For Ronaldo, it sharpened it. As a child, losing felt personal. Friends and early coaches remember how defeat affected him. He didn't brush it off. He didn't laugh it away. He internalized it. Even in schoolyard games, he wanted to win, badly. That emotional intensity wasn't immaturity. It was early evidence of competitive obsession. At just 12 years old, he left Madeira to join Sporting CP's academy in Lisbon. Alone, away from family. For many kids, homesickness would have been overwhelming. And yes, Ronaldo felt it. He missed home. He cried at night, but in the morning, he trained harder than anyone else. Because in his mind, there was no alternative path. At Sporting, talent surrounded him. Every player was good. That's when the mentality began separating him. He didn't just want to be part of the academy, he wanted to be the best in it. If he lost a sprint, he asked to repeat it. If he was outmuscled, he worked on strength. He turned every weakness into a project. Then came Manchester United. The Premier League was faster, tougher, more physical. Ronaldo arrived as a flashy teenager full of stepovers and confidence. But early criticism followed quickly. Too many tricks, not enough efficiency, decision-making questioned. For many young players, that pressure breaks confidence. For Ronaldo, it triggered transformation. Under Sir Alex Ferguson, he evolved. He added muscle to his frame. He refined his shooting technique. He practiced free kicks obsessively. He stayed after training to perfect finishing drills. He didn't argue with critics publicly. He answered them in private, with work. By the 2007-08 season, the transformation was undeniable. 42 goals in all competitions. A Champions League title, a Ballon d'Or. But here's where the mentality monster reveals itself. Success didn't calm him. It challenged him. Winning once wasn't proof. It was a baseline. When he moved to Real Madrid, the spotlight intensified. A record-breaking transfer. Expectations at their highest possible level. In Madrid, good performances aren't praised for long. They are expected, and Ronaldo thrived in that pressure. Season after season, he pushed his numbers higher. 40 goals weren't enough. 50 became the aim. 60 became reachable. Champions League nights turned into stages for statement performances. Hat tricks in knockout rounds. Goals in finals. He didn't disappear in big moments, he demanded them. But the documentary of his mentality isn't only about scoring. It's about preparation. Teammates consistently describe the same habits. First in the gym, last to leave training, strict diet, ice baths, recovery routines followed without compromise. While others relaxed after victories, Ronaldo reset immediately. The mentality monster doesn't celebrate for long. What makes his mindset even more powerful is adaptability. Early in his career, Ronaldo relied on speed and dribbling. As time passed, he transitioned into a more central attacking role. He studied movement inside the penalty area. He refined timing. He improved aerial ability to extraordinary levels. When pace began to slightly decline, intelligence increased. That evolution required humility, the humility to change. Many players resist change because it challenges identity. Ronaldo embraced it because it preserved excellence. His rivalry era sharpened his focus further. Competing against another generational talent pushed him to historic output. Every goal from a rival became motivation. Every comparison fueled him. Instead of shrinking under debate, he elevated his performance. International football tested his mentality differently. Representing Portugal meant carrying national expectation. Early tournament exits brought criticism. Questions emerged about whether he could deliver a major trophy for his country. In 2016, he answered. Portugal won the European Championship. Even after injury forced him off the field in the final, he refused to detach. On the sidelines, he coached, encouraged, directed. When the final whistle blew, emotion flooded through him. That wasn't just joy, it was relief. Validation. Proof that persistence pays. The mentality monster doesn't avoid pressure. He absorbs it. As he entered his 30s, most predicted gradual decline. Instead, he delivered some of his most prolific scoring seasons. That wasn't coincidence. It was structure. Ronaldo studied sports science, optimized nutrition, perfected sleep cycles. He treated his body like an investment. Discipline replaced randomness. Consistency replaced fluctuation. At Juventus, he proved his dominance wasn't system-dependent. New league, new tactical demands, same hunger. Goals continued, records followed, adaptation once again preserved relevance. Even in his late 30s and beyond, the mindset never softened. If anything, it intensified. Younger teammates often speak about how his training intensity sets the tone. If standards drop, he raises them. If focus drifts, he sharpens it. Critics sometimes interpret his visible frustration as ego. But frustration is a byproduct of expectation, and Ronaldo's expectations are relentless. He expects excellence from himself first, then from everyone around him. What truly defines his mentality is accountability. When performances dip, he doesn't blame systems publicly. He trains harder. When he misses chances, he stays after practice. When eliminated from tournaments, he returns stronger the following season. He has never accepted decline as destiny. And perhaps that's the most important lesson in his story. The difference between good and great is small. The difference between great and legendary is mentality. Ronaldo refused to plateau. Each peak became a stepping stone. Even his celebrations reflect this mindset. The iconic leap, the roar, it's not casual joy, it's release. It's confirmation that preparation met opportunity again. The mentality monster is not about intimidation. It's about standards. Standards that don't fluctuate with age. Standards that don't shrink after success. Young players today study his routines because they recognize something powerful: consistency is a choice. Discipline is a decision made daily. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't just chase greatness. He hunted it. From Madeira's narrow streets to the world's biggest arenas, one thread connects every chapter: dissatisfaction with average. He could have settled after his first Ballon d'Or. He didn't. He could have eased up after Champions League triumphs. He didn't. He could have protected legacy by slowing down late in his career. He refused. That refusal built longevity. That refusal built records. That refusal built legend. The mentality monster never looked for comfort. He looked for improvement. And because he never settled for good enough, the football world witnessed something rare: sustained excellence across generations. Cristiano Ronaldo's story is proof that mindset multiplies talent. That obsession, when controlled, becomes advantage. That greatness is not a moment, it's maintenance. He didn't just play football. He competed with time, with doubt, with expectation. And more often than not, he won.